Students, so now we are going for ideal gas. Suppose if you now we are going with respect to pressure correction. See, with respect to pressure correction, if you go for the ideal gas equation, that what does it say? Kinetic molecular theory. It says that there is no force of attraction among the molecules. Suppose if this is a molecule, there are some particles beside also. What happens if this is molecule is going? This molecule will not try to attract. Assume that it is going for 10 meters per second. What happens? This goes and hits on the wall with 10 meters per second only, right? Because this molecule is not attracting this one, this is not attracting this one, this is also not attracting this one. This particle means among the particles, okay, this one also is not showing any effect on this particle, means among these particles there is no force of attraction, right students? So that what it says. So what is the pressure? So automatically whatever the pressure exerted on the wall, it is said to be the pressure. Okay, actually the pressure is nothing but either internal or external. So among these two molecules, if there is any pressure, that is nothing. If in ideal gas, whatever the pressure is there, for single molecule, whatever the molecule that is exerting on the wall, that is taken as the pressure. It is the container. Okay, but if you go for the real gas molecules, the particles are not very smaller. The particles are very bigger, like this. These are rigid spheres. We have learned, right? So what happens if this particle is moving? This particle is trying to attract this one backside. This particle also tries to attract this particle A backside. This one also attracts backside. Are you getting, students? Suppose assume that this is moving for 10 meters per second. What happens now? It goes here, means these particles are dragging backside, right? So it hits the wall with what speed? It will not hit the wall with 10 meters per second. It hits with only somewhat, it is lesser than 10. Let us assume that it is hitting the wall with 6 meters per second. Why there is a deficiency in the velocity and the hitting of particle on the wall? Why? Means these particles are attracting this one. Suppose if this particle is going and hitting in this way on this wall, these three particles, they are attracting this one. So what happens automatically? The effect decreases. Suppose this particle is moving in this direction, this one is moving in this direction. What happens? This one will try to attract backside. This one will be moving with lesser speed and hits less pressure on the wall. This happens because the size of the particles are not very tiny. These are bigger particles and there is force of attraction. That's what we will be calling at the starting of the chapter. Those are called as something like van der Waals forces. Okay. So in case of ideal gas, we have taken pressure is nothing but direct pressure. Here in this case, we can't take the pressure whatever that is heated on the wall. Okay. This pressure only is not taken because there is some force of attraction between these two. This is also pressure, right? Means for the original pressure whatever it is on the wall, means how much it is attracting. Suppose I have said that it is moving with 10, it is hitting on the wall with 6. How much it has been neglected? 4. Means whatever the force that is present between the molecules, that also should be added for this pressure. This is the original pressure, but we are taking only the pressure whatever that is exerting on the wall. Why we are taking? We should not take the pressure whatever that is exerting on the wall, because some pressure has been decreased due to the attractions. So if we add this one also, then it will be the pressure of the gas. So this pressure whatever it wants to exert, some is distributed to this one, some is exerting on the wall. So what is originally the pressure of this particle? It is exerting on the wall plus the force of attraction. So internally some is getting deficient or some is getting removed. So the original pressure of the gas should be equal to pressure exerted on the wall plus internal pressure among the molecules. See students, be clear with this. Some pressure is removed or gone with the participation of the B particles, right? So the original pressure of the gas, it is equal to pressure exerted on the wall plus internal pressure of the gas. So some there is correction with respect to pressure. So with respect to volume, what we have done, we have removed some volume. With respect to pressure, we are going to add some amount of pressure because there is attraction force among the particles in the container. So for ideal gas, sorry, this is not for ideal gas. So for the real gas, concentration of A type. Suppose there are some 1000 particles are going on like this. There are some thousands of particles going on hitting on the container like that of A. See, like this we may be having many molecules. See, blindly if you assume there are some 1000 particles, means we have categorized only these molecules into two types. One is the molecules which are hitting on the wall and the other is the molecules which are attracting. So how many types of molecules are there hitting on the wall? Means in one case B also will hit on the wall. Okay, so total number of molecules including A and B, it is N by V, total number of particles in the given volume. So how many particles will be acting like B? In one case A will be acting as B, and in another case B will be acting as A. So if you take the molecules which are hitting, it is N by V, all the molecules will be hitting, right? If you go for the B type, how many molecules are attracting? All the molecules are attracting, means based on the time, one will be attracting, one will be hitting on the wall. But see here, both are of same. See, a single particle will be hitting, attracting. This particle also will be hitting and attracting. So if you go for the number of particles attracting, it is N by V. Number of particles hitting, again also it is also N by V. There will be no change, because single A type particles are playing both the roles. B type particles are also playing both the roles. So what will be the internal one? It is due to attractions, right? So these particles once attract this one, these particles once attract this one. So it is depending upon the concentration of A and B. So A can be taken as number of particles per volume. This is number of particles per volume. So what happens? N into N, it becomes N square by V square. P internal will be equal to A N square by, if you remove the proportionality, it is taken as A N square by V square. Now the total pressure of the gas, it is taken as total pressure. It is whatever the pressure exerted on the wall plus P internal. What is the P internal? This is the internal among the molecules due to force of attraction, right? This is also attraction, this is also attraction. So resultant, you have got something like A N square by V square. So now the total pressure should be pressure exerted on the wall plus internal pressure. We have calculated here it as A N square by V square. A is nothing but van der Waals constant for pressure. What is B? It's a van der Waals constant for volume. We have talked that B with respect to volume. Now A with respect to pressure. So A N square by V square. It should be equal to, means you are adding these two terms. Means what does this indicate? These two are, this one also should be of same pressure condition only. So A N square by V square should be equal to pressure. If you send N square as well as V square, it becomes P V square by N square. Pressure is measured in atmospheres, V is measured in liters, so it is liter square, and N is measured in moles, so it is moles square. So that's the unit of A. And if you go for the significance of A, means A depends upon the more the force of attraction among the molecules, more will be the A value. So if there is more attraction, means it draws the molecules backside. So more is the attraction, what happens? More will be the A value, because A depends upon the intermolecular forces. Means it is, if you are attracting, the pressure of the molecule is automatically decreased, right? So it's a pressure quantity, it depends upon the intermolecular forces. When you compare with respect to polar molecule as well as non-polar molecule, okay, polar means nothing but a molecule which forms two charges, plus and minus charge. Non-polar molecule is that molecule which doesn't form any charge. Suppose if you take polar molecule like HCl, okay, chlorine withdraws the electrons towards itself, it gets minus charge, and this one hydrogen gets positive charge. Suppose if you take chlorine, here electrons are present. This chlorine cannot withdraw, this chlorine cannot withdraw, because these two are equal in energy, right? So these molecules, you are getting poles, right? If you are getting minus charge, that is called pole. If you are getting plus charge also, it is called pole. So this is called as dipole, or this is called as polar molecule. And here you will not get any charges, so this is called as non-polar molecule. So polar molecules will be having greater A value when compared to the non-polar. Okay, polar molecules will be having greater force of attraction when compared to the non-polar molecules. Among non-polar molecules, whichever it is having the more molecular weight, that one will be having the more A value. Getting, students? If there is a comparison between polar and non-polar, this is the condition. If you get the comparison between chlorine, non-polar, as well as fluorine, this is also non-polar only. So among this, if you get any competition, this one will be winning, because this is more in weight. Chlorine is 35.5 and fluorine is how much? 18 only. So more is the molecular weight, more will be the value of A. So it depends upon the weight of the molecule. That is second preference, right? So students, let us take one example. Compare A value for SO2 and CH4. SO2 as well as CH4. If you take the weight also, it is more. Suppose SO2 is polar and CH4 is non-polar molecule. If you want idea with respect to this, in chemical bonding chapter, we will be learning regarding dipole moment. Then we will be going what is meant by polar and what is meant by non-polar. So these two are different, right? One is, this is polar molecule. The structure will be like this. And CH4 will be like this. Okay, if you go for the second example, compare the A value for fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. All are non-polar only. So if all are non-polar, they depends upon the molecular weight. So I2, Br2, Cl2, F2. I2 is more in weight. When you go for the compare the A values for CO2, O2, NH3, N2. Okay, don't go for the molecular weight. First you go for find out which is polar. Among this NH3 is polar. So more will be polar. CO2, O2, N2. These are non-polar. So among the non-polars, this value of CO2 is 44, O2 is 32 and N2 is 28. So CO2 will be greater than O2, O2 will be greater than N2. Because these are non-polar. But if you go for NH3, NH3 is 17 only. If you take according to weight, NH3 should be last. But